Hi everyone. Right, this is another list review video. Today I have two lists for you, and both of them are from relative noobs. And I'll just read a little bit of what they sent to me, and then we can go check out their lists. Okay. Now, the first one is from Ernst. Ernst writes, "Hi Bo, I wanted to ask your opinion regarding the viability of an unconventional list. I'll be going to an escalation tournament, and the final game is 1100 points with 16 order dice cap. No tank platoons allowed, it's not a hyper-competitive event, and cheesy units are banned, but people do play to win. So, a tournament. Do you think my list has any chance of winning? How would it get crushed in almost any scenario? How would you play it? Thanks." And that was from Ernst. Let's go and see what he is bringing. And I think this was this it? I'm messing around with two platoons here. I'm sorry, I need to make sure that I've got the right for you. Yeah, it's the Aufklärung. It's the Aufklärungsplatoon here. Right, here we go. 16 order dice, 1,907, 1,079 points. So 3 points down, that's enough for an SMT somewhere. Good, let's go. Swimwagen, veteran with pintle mounted MMG. There's no reason to take this veteran. That's the first place you can save a few points. You're not gaining any benefit from taking a veteran. Yes, you'll have a little bit better morale, but it's a command vehicle option anyway, so that doesn't matter. I would cut this down to a regular. Command vehicle options, including the armored platoon commander, which means that you're going to have a lot of swim wagons. Interesting choice, amphibious with an MG. Still, I see no reason to take them veteran. Absolutely no reason to do that. Save the points, use them for something better, I think.
All right. I'm just sorry. I'm messing around with my sound as I do this. Waffen SS Aufklärungsunit. Okay. Again, reconnaissance group, motorized reconnaissance. That's the one where they get an escape move, right? Infantry with light machine guns require loader. 2 infantry with loaders. So that's a 4-man group. Oh, they're too expensive. You're buying very expensive stuff. Yes, they're good, but not that good. They're not 92 points good. The same, lots of Waffen-SS Aufklärungsunits. This one I like better, actually. This is a 4-man group still. No 4-man group, by the way, are worth 86 points. That doesn't happen. You're not going to get 86 points worth out of a 4-man veteran group. But they do have 2 Panzerfaust and they have submachine guns. They don't need to be fanatic at all. They're not going to fight close combat anyway. So, but this is a better loadout than the others, especially because they're going to sit in the swim wagons, right? So most of the time, these swim wagons are perfect transport for small teams, but you only have 3-man transports, so they're not going to sit in the swim wagons. What are you going to do with them? You can't put them in the swim wagons. Motorized reconnaissance. I don't know. Lots of these. Double up of everything. I mean, I like the groups, but what's the connection to the swim wagons? An 8-rad. 8-rad's a perfectly valid armored vehicle. The light howitzer. Yeah. 120 points? Yeah. I like that. It is open-topped, however, which sucks. And more swim wagons. These ones do have transportation. 4-man transportation. Amphibious, well-drilled, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they're sitting in these swim markets, not in the other three-man transportation swim markets. That's a lot of swim markets. Any unit of 4 men must purchase a swim market. Okay, the question was, can this work? Yes, it can. Is it the best build you can build? No, definitely not. The swim margin is not great. It's a 6+ vehicle with an MMG, and it's pretty expensive at that. And it definitely does not need to be veteran for anything. If you can buy them regular, which I'm not sure you can, but if you can, you should. You really should. The swim wagons in the vehicle choices up here with the transportation of 3 men, they need something in that. They need basically they need flamethrower teams, right? And if this, I just find this lacks something. It has very little AT and has very little teeth. It has a lot of ranged pin ability, right? It has a lot of ranged MMGs sitting in backline shooting MMGs, but what's it going to do for teeth? It doesn't really have anything. It's very, very light on infantry. I think in some scenarios against some armies, it's going to absolutely get crushed. Everything here is vulnerable to small arms fire. Everything is vulnerable to AT. Everything is vulnerable at range, and it's vulnerable at a close distance when people can charge you. Uh, it's just very, very vulnerable at all ranges, and it hasn't really got the teeth to kill stuff. It has 2 Panzerfausts in 2 of the units. That's it. Um, and there is 1 light howitzer on something that's open topped and can be pinned. I think you're going to struggle. If I was playing against this, I would just pin you and then watch you struggle to do anything. And for the swim wagons, I can kill them just with small arms fire, so I'm shooting at you. Any skirmish army would massively outshoot this army. Um, so it's good that it's on 16 organized. You have a lot of capability to shoot, but good enemies will just go down when you shoot at them with too much. If you get too close, they'll charge you. If you don't get close, they'll shoot you at range, and you will start losing swim margins with content, I might add. Sorry, Ernst, I'm just not a massive fan of this. This doesn't work for me. Um, if you do try it, let me know how it went, so you can tell me if I'm completely wrong. But for me, I think this is just, it's a glass cannon, and it's not very cannony. So, right. That was Ernst. Let's go back for a sec here, and we need to talk about the next one, which is here. This is from Mike. No, sorry, from Mark. Mark is going to thinking about going to a tournament in Scotland. He's writes himself that he's a relative noob, played 9 to 10 games, yes, and that's a new player. Digested a lot of content, so not completely green. Good. He wants to go to a tournament in Scotland, nothing planned, but it's a desire to give the competitive side a go. Do so. The competitive side in Scotland is awesome. They've got that pat down. They know exactly what they're doing. Tweaking and tweaking with the lists. Oh, you can tweak. You can over tweak. Sometimes you just gotta go. Sometimes you just gotta go. And he's waiting on a heavy field car and a Kuhlwagen to arrive to complete his list. So let's figure out what it is that he's trying to do and see if that actually works. It's a mixed bag German platoon. Here we go. 14 order dice, 1000 points. 14 order dice is good. For 1000 points, you're right in the Goldilocks zone. An inexperienced Waffen SS lieutenant with 2 extra men, yes. Equip them with assault rifles and just watch them go. These can be really effectful, especially late game when the enemy hasn't got the tools to deal with them anymore. Good at delivering pins and stuff. Waffen SS units, very good skirmishers here. 7-man units with rifles. Panzerfaust, very good build. You're going to like these. These are going to be really useful. Don't expect them to kill much, but expect them to push enemy armor away and just deliver a few pins. That's it. Storm Pioneers. Ooh, these are the big boys. Submachine guns, a rifleman to go with the flamethrower. I don't know where the Panzerfaust goes, though. It needs to go on one of the submachine guns, which does suck a little bit. I think I would rather have 2 riflemen, one of them with the Panzerfaust, one of them being the loader for the flamethrower. Then everyone has a specific job in the unit. The units are not massively big, but they are just the right size to deliver a lot of pain to the enemy. And the flamethrower is just very good. Stick these in heavy field cars and just rush them towards the enemy. If the enemy moves up, rush them. Most of the time, they need to be sitting behind line of sight blocking cover, waiting for the enemy to move within strike range. And in a heavy field car, your strike range is 24 inches, right? You have 12-inch on the field car, then you get 6-inch of movement, and then 6 inches of shooting with your flamethrower. So 24 inches is your kill range, and you need to be able to measure that quite accurately most of the time, in order for you to know when to push and when not to. Most people would just stay away from those 24 inches, which is also a benefit to you. Hair veteran grenadiers, assault rifles. Do they need to be here? No, but it's a nice little push unit, and veterans are pretty good sitting on objectives. Very difficult to get out, right? Medium mortar, inexperienced, lovely. Be aware of enemy snipers when you play this. I always place mine behind line of sight blocking cover so that I can move out turn 2 and then start figuring out what I want to shoot. By then, the enemy snipers will be down on the table and I can avoid them. Sniper team, right? Medium artillery howitzer, nice, lovely. A 250/9, a very, very good armored car. You're going to like that. It's very enjoyable to play. Panzer 3, that is the darker Panzer. Also very, very good. Good at erasing enemy infantry. So try to make sure that your engineers mostly care about enemy armor, because you have got very good anti-infantry in your tank here. Heavy field car, regular. It does not need to be regular, although you can if you want to outflank. And a truck and a Kugelwagen. Yes, I would rather split this truck. This truck needs to be 2 inexperienced field cars, I think, for just for the pioneers. The Kugelwagen I don't think is needed, because it's for the lieutenant basically, and the lieutenant, he could actually go in the truck with a group of pioneers instead. As is, he doesn't. You don't really need that. A Kugelwagen is really great if you have a single-man lieutenant and a flamer team. That combo in outflank, really good. But as is, not so much needed. So yeah, those were my thoughts on these 2 lists. Thank you, both of you, for the lists. Thank you so much for trying to make Germany great again. And I will see everyone in the next video. Cheers.